All right, welcome back for part two. I would call this scenario two, but the way that this campaign is shaping up is basically after you do the prologue, you kind of travel around, right? You go wherever you want. So in the prologue, we kind of got the general idea of how our mission is starting, what we're doing, and then everything starts off with an interlude, and then I'm going to travel for a little bit. There's going to be a bunch of stories I have to read first. So I'm going to timestamp down below where like each section I'm reading, and then when the actual gameplay starts. Because basically where we end up for the part two is on thin ice is when we actually like, start playing. So I won't go too much into the story stuff that happened in the very beginning of this video. Just watch it and see if you're interested. But On Thin Ice was a pretty cool scenario. It's pretty cool how it worked out. And I really like this idea of like jumping around the map. Now, this was a really hard scenario. I think I didn't prepare as well as I should have for a certain section, and you'll see it in the video. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So anyway, here is part two of the Scarlet Keys. All right, so let us read this interlude because I'm not 100% sure where we're going to go with it. So, interlude, the foundation. The foundation one. Talk, the woman commands. I'm a detective with the ICPC. Flint barks back. Flint le Flint. That's a terrible name. Flint le Flint. And you're going to be in a lot of trouble when they hear about this. I assure you I will not. And you? She asks, glaring in your direction. You explain that you are an independent investigators working with Flint. She takes a moment to read your gaze, presumably to tell if you're lying. She, like Flint, seems low on trust. Finally, after a long, bated moment, she holsters her firearm. Flint's hands drop to his sides. You let out a breath you didn't know you were holding. Well, you've been after that red-gloved man for quite some time. This is the first time we've gotten this close. He seems to have a knack for slipping away. She nods to the two suits flanking her, a tall, athletic, pale-skinned woman and a sharp, clean-shaven man, and motions toward the walls. They keep a hand in their holsters as they scour the perimeter of the room. And who is we, exactly? Inspector Flint asks. You've been wondering the same thing. Your interrogator has a British accent, but she doesn't seem to be part of any local outfit you've heard of. She waits for confirmation from her two subordinates before continuing. All clear, ma'am, the man states. She sighs and crosses her arms. All right. What I'm about to tell you cannot leave this room under any circumstances. Am I clear? Flint shrugs. Under penalty of what exactly? Summary execution, she states without hesitation. Your throat closes tight. Even your partner flinches for a moment. Well then, I suppose we don't have much of a choice, do we? He glances at you. You nod. You might as well hear what she has to say. I am Commissioner Taylor, and these are the agents Hudson and Antonova. We are the Foundation. An international agency devoted to the discovery, research, and containment of objects with paradimensional capabilities. What kind of baloney? Flint practically laughs, but the woman who calls herself Taylor shows no signs of humor. After the Great War, many treaties and accords were signed. Paris, Versailles, but keeping the peace wasn't the only goal. There were oddities, you see. During the war, things that did not add up. The Foundation's purpose is to find these things that did not add up and ensure that they cannot be used for such purposes ever again. Well, this is a hell of a con you buttons have cooked up, Flint says, but the darker tone in his voice indicates that he doesn't believe himself. And you're inclined to agree. The fact that Commissioner Taylor even knows of the Red Glove Man at all is proof that she has inside knowledge. You decide that it's more likely she is telling the truth than lying, and ask what she intends to do with you. She paces in an uncomfortable silence before finally letting out a sigh. Well, I certainly can't have your investigation running parallel to my own, and you might have information that could be pertinent to our work. So I say we work together. Work together or work for you? Flint asks pointedly, his eyes narrowing. She allows herself a smile. You are a clever man, I'll give you that. She nods to Agent Hudson, who produces several badges and hands them to you. You'll be your own cell of the Foundation, operating under our authority, but with independence. All you need to do is agree to report your findings to us. She locks eyes with Flint appraisingly. You'll be our point of contact. You ask Taylor what you get out of the arrangement, besides the lifted threat on your lives. We'll hand over intel. We have the organization the Red Glove Man works for and provide travel papers that you can get anywhere in the world. No questions asked at no expense. Hey, let's go. Flint eyes the badge like one might an explosive, turning it over and over in his hands. 2 minutes ago, you were pointing a gun at me. Now you're offering me a job. Yes, well, are you in? You pull Flint aside to speak to him in private. The discussion is short and hushed. Sorry. Full of conjecture and paranoid theories about the Foundation and their true motive. But in the end, you decide to accept her offer. If it will help you to get to the bottom of whatever's going on, it is the only real choice. Very well then, Taylor explains. The Red Glove Man is just one operative of his organization, or perhaps its leader that we are unable to determine. They call themselves the Red Coterie, or Coterie, so named due to the red garments they wear. They are after artifacts scattered across the world, which possesses paradimensional capabilities, the very same kind of objects we seek to find and contain. We call them keys. You ask Commissioner Taylor what she means by the term paradimensional. Imagine a cake with many layers, she explains. Everything we see and feel exists on one layer, but there are many layers above and below ours. Something that is paradimensional exists on one layer but draws energy from another, parallel layers. As a result, these keys operate outside the laws of our dimension, cause and effect. If left unchecked, they can be used to inflict terrible harm on the world. Our job, your new job, is to get them out of the hands of the courtier and keep them secure in Foundation custody. All right, cool. If these keys are so powerful as the Foundation believes, you agree that they should be kept in safe hands. But you cannot help but wonder what this has to do with disappearances you've been investigating, if anything. Flint locks eyes with you and gives you the slightest shake of his head. He has no intention of telling them. So now we have to decide. This is where we come in. We tell Taylor about the disappearances, or we do not. So Flint isn't going to do it. And I feel like we've been pretty honest and trustworthy about things. And she is paying for all of our travel arrangements. And that's a lot of money. So I personally think I'm going to tell her. I think I'm going to tell her about it. Even if it upsets Flint. I think it makes the most sense. So I'm going to go to Foundation 2. Foundation 2. You decide it's best to tell Commissioner Taylor why you were looking for the Red Glove Man to begin with. Flint lets out an audible sigh. She mulls over for a few minutes and shakes her head. That is something to look into, but your primary objective is to acquire the keys that the courtier is searching for at all costs. Am I understood? Taylor further explains that she will forward any relevant information to Flint's office with some sensitive details omitted, of course. She will also provide the ICPC with the requisite papers regarding Flint's new position. Oh, and Agent Flint, she says on her way out, addressing him by his new title. Your cell may have the independence to act on their own accord, but do not forget you report directly to me. I expect you to do so without reservations should you discover anything important. He nods, only the slightest hint of resistance giving away. Okay, so we remove one of the weird tokens from the chaos bag, which I don't think we have any anymore. I think we actually removed that last time because we were honest last time too. And we add a tablet thing. Now it says if there's 4, we earn 1 experience instead, but there is just 2. I need to find the other one. Or the other 2. All right, so tablet token goes in the bag. Sweet. In your campaign log, record the cell told the truth to Taylor. Skip to Foundation 4. Okay, cool. All right, sweet. Foundation 4. Okay. Your next morning, your cell meets at the tea room near Trafalgar Square, where you originally intended to meet the previous night. Together, you go over the documentation provided to Flint by this foundation. It's all a bit difficult to believe, if I'm being honest, Flint says, but everything checks out. The travel papers, the job transfer, all of it. Not even my boss questioned it for a moment. I guess we're secret agents now, eh? That's how that works. You agree, unbelievable as it may seem, but it's no less strange than the matters you had already been looking into. Right, well, I think the best thing to do is split up. Shanghai is where I grew up. I have connections there I can leverage, so I'll head there first. Where you want to investigate next is up to you. Okay, this is cool. Meet up with me later and we can figure out where to go from there. Okay, cool. So he's going to Shanghai. So the Foundation has several leads concerning the whereabouts of the Red Courier. One is likely in Inspector Flunt's home city of Shanghai, where there have been many rumors about the existence of the secret cabal led by a mysterious woman named the Red Parasol. All right. So in Alexandria, there have been a rash of beastly killings throughout the city. Ugh. The Foundation has reason to believe a member of the courtier is involved. A string of high-profile burglaries in Buenos Aires has led the Foundation to believe that one of the courtier members is responsible. It is likely a key is the primary target. A member of the courtier has a sanctum in Nairobi. Perhaps there you might learn what they have planned. The Foundation has procured the journal of a prospector recently working in Anchorage, perhaps the site of a key. A courtier agent operating out of Istanbul has already reached out to the Foundation operatives, a defector perhaps, or it could be a trap. Locals in Kathmandu have reported seeing a spirit matching the description of another courtier. A deadly courtier agent has been sighted in Marrakesh. Reports of tomb robberies and strange overgrowth that have local Foundation's operative on edge. And a courtier agent has made a name for himself in Havana, where rum and other illicit goods are being smuggled into the United States. All right, read the rules for embarking travel in the Foundation dossiers in the next column. Then you're ready to proceed. Embark from London to a new location. All right, so we are going to be able to pick any locations what it sounds like, which is kind of a cool thing because it's not going to be like just in the standard order, which is neat. All right, so whenever you embark, you may travel wherever you wish using the map. Here we go. Here we go. Here's our top secret map. All right. Map includes strategies. Each space on the map is connected to one or more other spaces by paths. When you are ready to embark, travel on the paths to whichever destination you wish as a group. For each path you use to reach your destination, you must mark one time in your campaign log to a minimum of 1. At each space on the map, there is a number and letter combination that will guide you to a particular page of the campaign guide. You do not have to stop at every space you travel through. However, if you wish to stop traveling and see what is in that space, turn to the page under the campaign guide that matches the indicated number and follow the story text there. Or use the table of contents on page 2 to help you find the appropriate page. This might lead you to an interlude or to a scenario. There is no perfect path to follow, so follow your gut. Just be wary of how much time you spend. So we have to worry about tracking time. So so from London to wherever we go, that's 1 time, 2 time, right? 3, 4, 5, whatever. For example, Shelley wishes to travel from Alexandria to Marrakesh. So from here to here is their example they're using. So they have to go up to Rome and back down. She marks 1 time to use the path to Rome, but then she chooses not to stop there and marks 1 more time to Marrakesh, where she stops. Marrakesh is 11B, so she reads that one. Some locations are marked by a red border and a lack of a letter. You can only travel to the location once you're permitted to do so by a campaign log entry. Some locations marked by a green border represent the sites of possible side stories found in Arkham Horror, the card game standalone products. That's cool. Oh, yeah, New Orleans. Oh, that's probably the new pack that just came out, or it's coming out. Venice, Monte Carlo. Oh, that's cool how they're getting into side story stuff. And it costs no ton to pass through that. If you wish to incorporate a side story in the campaign, simply travel to the appropriate location on the map and spend additional time equal to the normal experience cost for playing the side story, instead of spending the experience cost. If you're not stopping at one of these locations, you may skip it and continue traveling the path along. If so, it can as one contiguous path, not as 2 separate ones. Once you have stopped at a location, you cannot stop there again for the remainder of the campaign unless otherwise instructed. So, the Earth is no, this one's flat, right? I actually no, I can get to one side to the other. They did incorporate that. So Manokwari can go over to Quinto. Also, JJ, how you doing, man? Hopefully doing well. All right, the Foundation dossiers throughout the campaign guide. There are a number of Foundation dossiers sidebars, an example of which is presented below. Investigators are allowed to peek at the Foundation dossier at any time, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we start in London. So I don't want to go to Alexandria because killing sounds like I have to fight something, and I'm not good at fighting. High-profile burglaries. I like the end idea of going to Nairobi because it's about learning, and I have a lot of knowledge. How far away is Nairobi? Here's where you learn I don't know a map very well. All right, Nairobi's down here. So that would be 1, 2, 3 time, I think. 1, 2, yeah, 3 time. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to Nairobi. 1, so wait, 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. So that brings us up to 5 time total. Nairobi is 54W. All right, cool. Actually, hold on. Can I? All right, 54W is page 54. That's weird. I wonder if they planned that. All right, cool. Oh, I think this is interlude. I don't think this is an actual thing. So we get lots more reading. All right, 54. Oops. 54W. Subject class green. Real identity. Musai Tawali. Last known location Nairobi, Kenya. Is a slim man of Kenyan descent, middle-aged, about 176 centimeters in height. Courtier signifiers include large red spectacles, blank of blank and blank with courtier operatives. Subject has written and published openly under their name in numerous geological archaeological periodicals. Paradimensional capabilities, no known reports. Subject appears to possess no such capabilities or has successfully hidden blank from the Foundation. All right, so sightings under Tuwai Masai. That's not a place, okay. Teaches under a fellowship at Oxford University and has published numerous surveys on work around the Lake Victoria. Approach procedure. Masai has spurned all Foundation contacts so far. Operatives may wish to approach only if Masai has reason to trust them. All right, so Infernal Machinery 1. A heavy gray mist hangs in the air above Lake Victoria as your biplane touches down the dusty runway. All leads in Nairobi about a Tuwai Masai point to the shoreline of Lake Victoria, where the courtier member is said to have transported several tons of survey equipment. A faint but sharp scent of alkaline carries on a breeze as you walk to the lake, where several large boats are laden with heavy machinery on the shoreline. Sunlight catches on a pair of thick-rimmed spectacles down at the pier. Professor Masai, you greet the wiry man as he steps ashore. Masai looks nervously past you as he wipes his glasses. Check the campaign log. If at least 3 of the following are recorded, La Chica Roja is on your side. The cell aided the knight. Aleki is on your side. Desi is on your side. The cell made a deal with the throne, or EC trusts the cell, proceed to 2. Otherwise, go to 3. None of those things have not only not been done, I don't even know what any of those words mean. So 3. So, I'm terribly sorry, but I don't have time to chat. Masai says he steps lightly past you. You follow him, pressing for some assistance or insight, anything that can help with your struggle with the Red Courtier. I had no idea what you're dealing with the Foundation. You must be new. Masai regards you in a new light, then leads you to sit in a makeshift camp. Very well. Please wait here and I'll help you as soon as I can. You sit in a comedically short camping chair under the awning as the professor walks out of view. The minutes drift away, the clouds overhead breaking the heavy rainfalls. After waiting for some time, you stand up and you look outside the shoreline. The boats have gone. When you ask the locals for the professor's whereabouts, they tell you about he ended his survey and paid for passage across the lake. After returning to Nairobi, you check with the British consulate and discover that Masai's travel expenses were being footed by his fellowship with Oxford. His declaration of travel includes an obscure address in Bermuda, pocketing the information you continue your travels. In your campaign log, record to why Masai fled Bermuda. Holy cow. Okay. So, he went to Bermuda. Do I follow him? That's like a lot of time I have to go through. I don't even know if it's worth following him or just trying somewhere else. I guess I should follow him. Wait, what was going on in Perth? I'm right next to Perth. Like, I don't know if I keep trying to follow him, it just ends poorly. And you shouldn't do that. All right, nothing's going on in Perth yet. All right, I'm going to track down this guy. Screw it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that the fastest way? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's going to take 4 time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're up to 9 time. So I am going to go to Bermuda, which is 20E. So that's page 20. All right, let's see if we found him. So now that we have traveled, the great work, the brilliant sandy beaches and azure water dazzle your senses as you arrive in Bermuda proper. Is this right? Yeah. Rows of brightly painted homes add to the eye-opening, popping landscape as you travel from one corner of Bermuda Island to the other, asking locals if they see any possible leads on the courtier activity. All right, so if he fled to Bermuda, the person I'm after, go to great work too. Okay, so he did. So that's good. After mentioning Tual Masai by name, you are directed to the residence of just past Gibbs Hill Lighthouse on the southern end of the island. The directions led you to a lavish bungalow with a well-kept garden overlooking the ocean. Keeping your guard up, you walk to the screen door of the house and knock. A familiar figure wearing loose slacks and maroon linen shirt opens the door. If at least 2 of the following are recorded: East does not trust the cell. You have not seen the last of La Chica Rhoda. You haven't seen the last of Desi. You haven't. No, I've done none of these things. Otherwise, go to 4. You are either very persistent or very foolish. He smiles. I am very persistent, is what we have learned. He steps out of the porch and looks you up and down as if sizing you up, then nods for you to follow as he walks out to the white sanded beach. The waves lap hungrily on the shores as you walk alongside him. I apologize for my rudeness earlier. I couldn't be certain of your intentions, and there have been a few incidents lately. Masai says gravely. A thick log of smooth driftwood lies buried in the sand in front of you, covered in a swarm of bright red and blue crabs. You ask about the incidents. A number of unannounced visits. The Foundation, obviously. Several days before your arrival at Lake Victoria, another member of my organization appeared at our camp, very interested in the key we have recovered, the one with the red gloves. The professor stops, looking at the rolling tire. It bears explanation, I suppose. My survey of Lake Victoria turned up a number of alarming reports. The lake bed is covered in the ruins of the prehistoric city. We registered an alarming amount of carbon dioxide and strange changes in the local flora and fauna around the lake. At its source, we found a machine of alien design. Its purpose and facility are still a mystery, but whatever it was running. Still is. Masai wipes his red spectacles with a handkerchief. All that to say, several days before you arrived, I found the man sitting in front of the machine, hats off, staring at it. He was humming. Well, that's not quite right. He was communing with it. A shaft of cloud splits the sunlight overhead, casting the beach in dappled shadows. Masai's voice breaks the silence. In truth, I did not care to understand why. Why that man does anything has always been a mystery to me, but there is something other about his demeanor, something altogether wrong. Masai breathes deeply as the cloud passes and warm sunlight overtakes the beach. So imagine my suspicion when even more as yet unknown Foundation operatives showed up at my survey to interrupt my great work. You ask Masai about his great work. He leads you to turn around and begin walking to his bungalow. It is the work of every person. What is it to be human except to live and help others to this great and perilous world? It's harder than you might think, he breathes deeply. If I can leave the world a bit better than I entered it, my work will be done. That is all. It is why the acquisition and squabbling over these keys is such a misdirection. One can only control a key's power so long before they become controlled. But I sense a similar purpose in you, Masai says. I will not tell my colleagues we had this conversation, or what I have done with the infernal machine. The key is yours. Until you decide what you should not be, keep it away from the man with the red gloves at any cost. In your campaign log, record that Tuai Masai is on your side. Hey, okay, that's cool. Each investigator earns 1 experience, so we're up to 3 now total, as they get insight to the inner workings of the Red Courtier. Choose an investigator to be the bearer of the Bale Engine. The Bale Engine. This card can be found in the Globe one. Oh, where's the Globe one? Alright, wait. I don't think it's in the set. Alright, let's see where this thing possibly is. So, globes. Globe. It was, the Bale Engine. The Bale engine. All right, sweet. So we'll show that off in a second. All right, cool. Mark 1 time in your campaign log. So we're up to 10. All right, so this adds 1 ammo charge, secret supply, or evidence to an asset controlled by an investigator. Then you flip it over to its unstable side. Each investigator loses 3 resources. So we'll give this to the photography guy. All right, so we've done that. I guess we go back now and we figure out where we want to do. All right, so we went to, where was that? Nairobi? All right, let's go to Anchorage, right? Because we're already in Bermuda. So it'd be 2 time passes. 1, 2. I recently deboxed 2 campaigns. Dude, it's so much. It's so much. And like I wish they would keep doing the I have the return to boxes over there, and I kind of wish they would go back to them because it was so nice to organize with the things in there. And I don't know if they're going to at some point, so I haven't bought any of the dividers to go into the campaign boxes because I was like, well, what's the point, right? So Anchorage is 33K. I mean, I guess I could just do cheap dividers, but yeah. All right, on thin ice. Okay, this looks like an actual thing. Oh, this is an actual thing. Okay, so we've gotten to the point that we're actually going to play. All right, so you may read this dossier at any time. Okay, yellow class. Subject 33K is known as Thorn, is a tall, gaunt person with androgynous features and fair complexion. Prefers practical, loose-fitting clothes. Subject appears to be blank and conjectured to be far older than they appear. Date of birth is blank. Whatever. Okay, we'll figure it out. All right, so intro. You have only just checked into your lodge in Anchorage when you receive an unmarked package. Agents. We have lost contact with several operatives in Central Alaska in recent weeks, likely due to courier activity. One operative was looking into a possible lead, a lens with apparent paradimensional capabilities. Enclosed is the journal of the prospector Rhett Landry, currently institutionalized at Morningside Sanctorium in Oregon. If the lens is a key, acquire it at all costs. All right, sweet. I spent a full day poring over the prospector's journal, which is mostly comprised of wildlife sketches and notes of mining. However, the final entry is chilling. October the 4th, 1923. Tonight, I bury the accursed lens where I found it. I dare not commit my thoughts to the page after finding it, but I have nothing to lose now. While surveying the new branch of the mine, I found a curious lens buried in the rock. It was opaque and emanated a beguiling light. Holding it made me feel special, as if I had been chosen. Looking through it, I saw incredible plants, creatures, people, structures, and a strange, otherly landscape. A world beyond her own. A world that should exist. A dark reflection of her own. A haven for lost objects, lost memories. The lens, the stable glass, is the mirror that shows the truth of this other world. How foolish was I to think I could use the lens for my own gain. The more I looked to the other world, the more the other world looked back. By peering into the glass, I must have called something, some awful, nameless creature through. More and more my fellow prospectors went missing in the woods and erased from memory. My companions, my possessions, my home, all were swallowed by the strange creature I glimpsed in the sable glass. And now, when I look through it, I can see them, there, in the other place. The creature that stalks the woods is made of nothing, and yet is many things, constantly shifting, ever-changing. It has the traits of many animals, like a chimera from old myths. I tried to hunt it using sable glass, but looking at it made my head spin. After surveying the area, I set a trap and thought I killed one of its forms, a great looping thing that howled and dissipated into nothingness. But when I returned to the camp the next day, it had struck my camp. My companions had vanished from memory and space. The authorities say I should be locked up. My only hope is to set things right, is to put the sable glass back where I found it. Perhaps then everything will be all right. Next to the journal entry is an array of dark scratches, which you assume are nervous scribbles. However, given Landry's account, You wonder if it isn't his attempt to sketch the creature. The next day, you launch a search for any record of Mr. Landry's gold mine. Starting with prospecting permissions in Anchorage City Hall and the local library, after a day of fruitless research, you still cannot find an official permit or a record of the mine connected to Rhett Landry. As you return to the lodge that evening, you spot a tall, willowy figure in the distance with a red cravat standing next to a packed sled. Well met, the figure greets you with a self-satisfied smile. You must be the troublemaker everyone is talking about. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm Thorn. Ah, we found him. They extend a confident hand to shake yours. If you're here, I can only assume it is the reason as I keep a weather eye out. It's supposed to be quite cold near the Fairbanks. May the best one win. Thorn winks at you, then mounts the sled. You wonder if Thorn's reference to Fairbanks was clever misdirection or a friendly hint. After asking around the lodge, an attendant opens up your arrival's preparations. I was confused at first until it became clear that they were asking about something in tribal territory. You'll need a permit to prospect out there. After some more questioning, you have good sense that Thorn's direction and location and the location of the mine. Cool. Okay, cool. Read only if investigator has the wayfarer trait. I do not. I am civil socialite and a reporter, so I cannot do that. All right, so we have to gather a bunch of cards. Okay, so gather all the cards. Got them. Put the Anchorage and Fairbanks locations into play. All right, so these go Anchorage and Fairbanks. Okay, we have them. Each investigator begins at Anchorage. Put them there for now. That's fine. Shuffle the 3 Alaskan wildest locations together, face down, so you don't know which is which. Put each of them in play adjacent to the Fairbanks. All right, hold on. Let's move all this. Let's put these here. So let's do that location there. And what did I just do? For these ones. These are all adjacent. So we'll put one there, one there, one there. Okay, cool. Set the 3 other ones, the outer wilderness, out of play. 2, 3. Okay, they are out of play. Set the following cards aside out of play. Sable Glass is out of play. The double-sided Throne Enemy one. Okay, that's out of play. Copy of Void Chimera. Oh, there's a bunch of Void Chimeras. Okay, so they all go out of play. Gather the... Oh my gosh, okay, that's right. The decoy mini cards. Alright, so... How many decoys do we get? Chikoroha. Alright, so we have to get courtier agents. Oh, we have them. A, B, C. Void Chimera mini cards and 4 special voids. Alright, so what do we have? Okay. Also get the Void Chimera mini card and the 4 special voids. Alright, so Void Chimera 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, got all the mini cards. Holy cow. So these should all be able to be put aside for right now. Okay. Shuffle the remaining counter cards, ability and counter deck. Okay, cool. So let's get all of them. All right. So as we're building that, check how much time has passed the game log. For every 5 time, add 1 doom to agenda 1. Oh, geez. All right. So we have to add 2 doom, right? Because 5, 10, but not more. So 2 doom to Agenda 1. And then we're ready to begin. All right, so then there's an interlude, but we are not there yet. Or maybe we do. Oh no, I don't think so. I think we just begin. Okay. You know what I didn't do? Where's his card thing that I just had? All right. Okay. So, Agenda 1. The Prospector's Journal described a horrifying predator. Some call the thing stalking the woods a beast, some call it a spirit, and others know it is a shapeshifter. Describing the thing seems to fill each witness with a primal, unspeakable terror. And then our Act 1, Quest for the Sable Glass. Thorn may have a head start to the search for the sable glass, but you have something they don't. Rhett Landry's journal. If you can reach the prospector's gold mine before the courtier, you may be able to keep the key out of their hands. Only investigators at the condemned gold mine may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. So we need to spend 6 clues in total. And, okay. So our lead investigator is Daryl. So draw the 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Idle. I like. Deduction. 1 additional clue. I like that. Discover 1 clue at your location. I like that. Actually, yeah, I like all these cards. That's actually pretty good. Pretty good set for him. 4, 5. All right, Charlie. We need to be pretty good. Leather jacket. Okay. We'll get rid of take the initiative for now. We'll get rid of the attacking one. Leather jacket. I don't mind because he is so weak right now. All right, we'll keep these 3. We'll draw 2 more. So Alice and a treachery. The treachery gets shuffled back in. Leo. Ugh, it was expensive. All right, cool. Cool. So we are ready to go. Okay. So Anchorage. Flip over. We have 2 clues here. It's only 2 shroud. Choose a set aside hollow. Its owner draws it. A set aside hollow. I don't think we have a hollow that we want to set aside draw, right? Is there a set aside hollow? I don't think so, right? That's not a thing that we have to worry about yet. All right, cool. So I guess the best thing to do with turn 1 for Daryl is let's travel out to Fairbanks. It's really the only place we can go. So we'll flip it over. I guess, wait. I'm sorry. Before I do that, we guys should get the clues. So we got 5 book skill. So let's use deduction as well to try to discover 1 additional clue. So we're testing 6 against a 2 shroud. -1. So skill test is successful. While investigating a location, discover 1 additional clue at that location. So we get both these clues. So we're trying to get 6 in total. All right. Second move we'll do is then go to Fairbanks. When an investigator at Fairbanks draws a hazard treachery, spend 2 resources to cancel that effect and discard it. All right, so it's a shroud of 2, and it has no clues at it. So for the last one, we'll go top left. We'll go up to here. The first hazard treachery revealed by an investigator at this location gains surge. All right, so it's got a 3 shroud, and it's got 4 clues on it, which is all the clues we'll need. So that's something at least. All right, so now the Charlie side. The first thing I'm going to do is play emergency cash to get 3 resources. So we have 6, 7, 8 now. Second thing I'll do is play Alice. So we get an extra book. So she costs 4. Then the next thing we could do is last thing we'll do is we'll move to Fairbanks. So Charlie's over there a little bit later than the rest of us, but he's hanging out all right. All right. So that is everything here for us. Enemies, there are no enemies yet, so we don't have to worry about any of that. Oops. Okay. So now we can ready everyone up, which is good. We get to draw a card. We got higher education. We gain a resource, so we're up to 6 now. And we get to draw a card over here. We get dodge, which might be good. We get a resource. We're up to 5. We want to get to the 6th one because if we get Leo, he allows us to take an additional action, which is pretty sweet. All right, so now we put a Doom counter on. So we're up to 3 out of the 7 that we have to worry about. Now Daryl gets to go. Or Daryl's bad card. I'm sorry. So Daryl's bad card. There we go. Substance dissimulation. Revelation. For each set-aside hollow you own, if there are 1 or more copies of that hollow in your play and or hand, discard those copies that take 1 damage and 1 horror. If no copies are discarded by this effect, choose a non-weakness card you control in your hand or player and set aside. Add a play as a hollow. Oh. So wait. Your play area and or hand. All right, so what do we have with a hollow? The first hazard, treachery. Is this a hazard? No, it's a power. So we have to set one thing away as a hollow. We're gonna put higher education away as a hollow. So we'll put hollows up there so you can kind of see it, but it's not like super important. So that's our hollow. So I guess that makes sense with like this whole anchorage thing is that set aside hollow, put it back. So anyway, all right, Charlie's back card is an enemy. A Paradigm Officer. All right, so he's a 3/3/3, aloof hunter. After you end your turn at Paradigm Infestor's location, look at the top card of your deck. If it is not a weakness, set aside at a play as a hollow. Then if you own 3 or more set aside hollows, Paradigm Officer attacks you. All right, so I need to double check some. Because I'm pretty sure aloof, he like doesn't engage you, right? Aloof enemy spawns. It spawns unengaged. The investigator may use an engage action or a card ability to engage the aloof whatever. The investigator cannot attack an aloof enemy while the enemy is not engaged with them. Okay. So he's gonna chill out in the Fairbanks, right? So it's after we end our turn. So we can't say the same as that spot, or like he'll come after us. All right, so that's everything that's bad. That wasn't awful, truth be told. So now it is back to Daryl's turn. All right. Oh wait, after an enemy or treachery enters play. Is there a treachery in play now? Oh, that enemy's in play. So what we could do is we can exhaust Daryl's Kodak before I forget and place 1 resource onto him. So we have to discover clues at whatever his location is, but he's an aloof hunter, so we can like work around that hopefully. All right, so I think I'm gonna do is first thing I'm gonna do is fast, which I'm pretty sure doesn't exhaust. Just make sure, double check the rules. Fast. That costs an action to be played. Okay, so it does not cost an action to be played. So we'll do the fast. It costs 2 resources. So we'll flip from 3 to 1. Discover 1 clue at your location. So That is that. That is good. We have a Derringer in the idol. I like the idea of getting another Derringer thing, but I feel like we just have to move out of the paradigms away and we should be all right. All right, so first action, we are going to do 5 book skill test onto isolate whatever we are, skull, number of hazard treacheries in play. There are no hazard treacheries, so we succeed. Sweet. Next one, we'll test it again. -2, so it's 5 against 3. We succeed. Oh my gosh, it's so nice to have a good quester. All right, last one. Do the same thing. Oh. Sorry. Can't believe that thing was over on top of it. I bet. All right, last thing. Again, number of hazards. There are no hazards in play. So we get this. So we just quested a bunch of times on that. The one card we used in the very beginning, just in case anyone missed it, was the fast play on during your turn. Discover 1 clue at your location. So we're able to do all 4 clues, but it is all 4 of our or 3 of our turns right there. So now we gotta move with our boy Charlie. Just got 5 on it. Okay. So what I'm thinking is we can go back to Anchorage, get that set aside card back into Daryl's hand. So that's like 1, 2, and then maybe we just wait a little bit. And this way he's going to come down, but he's not going to attack us. Yeah, I kind of like that. All right, so for first turn, he's going to come down to Anchorage. Next turn, he's going to put this back into Daryl's hand, right? Because its owner draws it. And then the last turn, we'll just gain a resource. So we're up to 6 resources for Charlie. And then now, that's the end of our turn. That's the enemy phase. He is a hunter. We'll have him hunter up here. All right. So that's the end of his turn. Again, it doesn't do this whole force thing because it was at the after the end of your turn, which is not his turn, right? Your turn. So, okay. So we have to ready up. All right. So we get to draw a card, get a resource, all that fun stuff. All right. So Daryl's 1 card is Stray Cat, and we get a resource. And then we got Lonnie. He has a +1 attack, which is nice. Another resource. All right, cool. So we have to put another Doom on. So up to 4 out of 7, which is not great. Daryl's first bad card is with the test 4 head intelligence. If you fail, choose and discard 1 asset you control. Okay. Hopefully it's not our Kodak, because that would stink. So we have 4 heads. So we're testing. Ooh. Actually, we're probably just going to fail it, which might be all right now. A 0 means we fail because we have to test 4 against a 2. So we have to choose and discard 1 asset you control. So that will be the asset we discard, which stinks, but oh well, that's what it is. All right. Now, Charlie's back card. Hey, it's another enemy. All right, so the Corsair Agent A and 2 concealed. So we have to take these mini cards, for those that don't know. Where's the Corsair Agent A? Oops. A. And we have to take 2 concealed, so 2 decoys. Okay. And we get to shuffle these up. And they will be in the shadows, so we'll put it right there. So it kind of pops in the background a little bit. And what was this? Charlie that did it? So Charlie gets one. Fairbanks gets one. We'll do one in the middle too. Concealed card. So friendly reminder, the way this works is that you just have to test against the shroud value, and you have to do it for any like action, like the book, the fist, or the foot, right? Is the 3 actions you can do. All right, so now it is Daryl's turn. So we have an enemy right there, but we can't really do much with him. I'm going to put higher ed into play. I don't have enough cards for to make it work yet, but that's all right. So that was our first turn. Second turn, we're going to pop down to the Fairbanks. And do I worry about the Courtier? Oh, he's pretty weak, the agent. Yeah, I'm gonna do no, I'm not gonna flip that over yet. What we could do for the last turn, it's actually we'll put the Derringer in play for the last turn. Comes with 2 ammo. All right, cool. Good enough. Okay, so then we'll do Charlie. I feel like I want to try to find wherever we have to spend the clues, because that's basically what we're doing, right? Actually, first let's put in Leo. So we want to have as many allies in play as possible. Now Leo lets us take an additional action. So next action is to move here. That's our extra one. Our next one is going to be up here. Let's go up here and see what this says. So 1/1. After you enter mountain stream, test book or foot. If you fail, take 1 damage. After the last clue is discovered from mountain pass, put the 3 set aside outer wilderness locations into play adjacent to it. Interesting. All right, so we have to test book or foot 1. All right, so we only have 1. Let's test, or I'm sorry, we have 2 book. So we'll test books. Now, the way Charlie works is we can exhaust an ally to get their stats. So exhausting them gives us 1 additional one, so that's 3 book. And then we get their thing on top. So that's 4 book against 1. -2, so we succeed. So that's good. And there are 2 clues here. So it's after the last clue is discovered. All right, so we want to discover the last clues. So our last action, right? Because we have an extra one because of Leo. Our last action will exhaust Leo. We already have 2 book, but now we get 3 for Leo, 4 because we can use his icon. So 4 against 1. Hey, all right, +3. Ready an ally asset at your location. It doesn't really matter because we can't use that ally because we have actions, but at least we got another clue, so that's something. All right, that's everyone. Now the enemy moves. Actually, we could get rid of the resource on him because our camera's gone, so I'm just not going to worry about that right now because that's a lot to move everywhere. All right, so that's gone. Or the paradigm officer has moved over. Let's ready everyone up. Again, it doesn't do anything because it's after you end your turn. Daryl draws a card, dissection tools, which is really good. And we now have 3 resources. And we get on Charlie's side the Derringer, which is pretty nice. So let's get that. We get another resource. It'd be nice to put the Derringer in place so Charlie can attack. We get to add on one more dude. Hey, Diamond's Edge. We traveled around a bit and found a special item. And then I lost the special item, like physically lost it, like on my game table. I have no idea where it is. So I'm supposed to have an extra item, but I don't know where it is. I think I shuffled in somewhere or whatever. So once I watch the replay, I have to see where it goes. But yeah, so we got an item. We went down to like Africa and then over to Bermuda. And now we're up in Anchorage, Alaska, trying to find, what is it called? The Sable Glass. And that's kind of what's been going on so far. So it was a bunch of reading in the beginning. We've only been doing this game for not that long. So, all right, we have to ready these up. So I put the one Doom on. All right, so Daryl, we gotta do his bad card. Crawl on the All right, Cracking Ice. Are they all one scenario? So it's like interludes in between. All right, put Cracking Ice into play next to the agenda deck. Okay. Ow. Then if there are 3 more copies of this next to the agenda deck, discard them all, and each investigator at the wilderness location tests 4 foot. Each investigator fails, takes 1 damage, 1 horror, and lose 1 action for each point they fail by. Ooh. All right. So we are going to put that off to the side for now, actually, because we don't have a ton of room by the agenda deck. Actually, I guess what we could do, so we could probably put these right here for now. That one you all don't really need to see. So put that by the agenda. Okay, cool. That was his back card. Next one, Warped Reality. Attached to your location. So this is Charlie's. Where's he? All right, he's up there. That's not great. After you end your turn at the attached location, choose a non-weakness card in your hand and set it aside at a play as a hollow. 2 actions to discard Warped Reality. So Charlie has an extra action, which is kind of nice. So he could probably do that and handle it, and that's all right. I think that's what we might have to do. Daryl, I think we might pop over here and flip over this concealed card to see if this is the courtier. Feel like we should get rid of them, maybe? Oh, shoot. I forgot to put a Doom on him. We're actually 1 Doom higher. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to move. Ugh, now if we move. All right, let's test. That's what we'll do. We're going to test 2 Shroud against our 5. Wait, do we have, how many cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, oh, we only have 4 cards. Never mind. All right, so we'll test 5 Book against 2 Shroud. What's the tablet? The tablet is -2. -5 instead of the Void Chimera is at your location. It's not at our location, so we succeed. So a concealed card is a decoy. Womp, womp, womp. All right, then let's pop down to Anchorage and test once more to see what this concealed card is. It's a 0. This one. Okay, so this is the agent. So he pops down and engages with us right away, which is not ideal. But at least hopefully we can get rid of him fast. Okay. So now it is Charlie's turn. And we could have this guy actually hunt Charlie instead of, if need be. So the first thing we're going to do is use our 2 actions to get rid of Warped Reality, right? We don't want to deal with that card with any issues that may cause. We'll use now our extra action to get this, or to book test. So we have 1, we get an extra one from Alice, 2, 3 for Exhausting Alice, 4 for her icon, which happens to be book. -1. So, okay. We got another clue. We have a ton of clues. We could move on, but we need to do it by finding the condemned gold mine. So after we did this, all the outerless or outer wilderness cards come into play. So we're going to move that one there. We're going to move these down a little bit. Give ourselves a little bit more room. And this one goes here, here, here. All right, that's good enough for now. And they all connect. All right, cool. All right, so we have 1 action left. I don't know if Alaskan Wilderness is where you have to go for the thing. Nah, whatever. We'll go here. We'll go see what this place is all about up here. Oh, hey, the condemned gold mine. Reveal one random chaos token for the chaos bag. All right, so that we don't have to worry about. So we found the gold mine. I'm actually going to spend the 6 clues now to advance the act deck. Maybe that'll help us out with what we have to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, only investigators at the condemned gold mine may spend the rest of the clues as a group to advance. Oh, wait. Daryl's not there. Oh, no, I think we said this for the last game. It doesn't matter as long as someone's there. Because they can spend clues as a group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just spending clues as a group being there. We talked about this last game. I think I'm allowed to do it. If I'm not, then sorry. All right, so if it is Agenda 1, it is. Ignoring signs warning that the mine is condemned and dangerous, you trace a path to the branch Landry wrote about in his journal and find the sable glass buried in the rock. When you emerge, however, you are not alone. Oh no. In either case, read Scenario Interlude Raw Deal. Oh, right. Interlude. More reading. Agenda 1. Okay, so we're Raw Deal 1. What a reunion, Thorn exclaims. It would appear you've bested me fair and square in this little tit-a-tat. I'm rather impressed. In my experience, such competence is beyond the foundation. Now, I believe we have a bit of business to discuss. Please have a seat, Thorn says, snapping their fingers. Several courtier members bring you a covered awning with a fire and some chairs. Once seated, Thorn clears the throat. Now then, we both know you have something I want, something worth untold fortunes, though I highly doubt you are interested in money. But what if I told you about a greater threat? Their tone is joking, but their expression is grave. You ask them to explain. Surely you realize it. I am not the threat here. There is something terrible that stalks these woods. The ultimate predator. As soon as you laid hands on the sable glass, your lives were forfeit. It will hunt you down and consume every part of you until there is nothing left, as if it has done to many others. You nod along, considering Thorn's words. Luckily for you, this creature is an old enemy of mine. I am uniquely suited to track its movements and lure it out. Thorn leans forward intently. For my services, all I ask is the sable glass. Believe me, you want someone that knows how to properly operate that thing. Anyway, Thorn offers the gloved hand to shake once again. So tell me, do we have a deal? Oh, do we work with him? Or do we say no, we want? The thing is, I kind of want to work with him because the story, the last guy that had this glass thing went mad and everyone around them like disappeared and died. So I feel like I can't do too much better than that. And that's why I feel like Thorn should probably handle this. And the last courtier guy, right, is actually like our buddy now, and he trusts us. So maybe we can leverage that somehow. So I think we should work with the guy. And if we don't get the glass, then what? So we'll work with you now. We'll skip to 3. Brilliant. We shall have to pop some champagne when this is all over and done. Thorn snaps their fingers, calling their cohorts to attention. I believe we have some work to do. In your campaign log, record the cell made a deal with Thorn. Remove one of those tokens that we removed a bunch from, and then add 1 token. If there's not 4, we can add the last tablet token. We seem to be going very much down the trustworthy path because we are now out of tablet tokens. So if we have to do this again, we just gain experience instead. Put the Thorn story asset into play under the lead investigator's control and attach the sable glass to Thorn stable side up. All right, story asset. I think that's this one. And he gets the sable glass. So we'll put him there. All right, search the character and discard pile and all players for all cards from the Crimson Conspiracy encounter set and remove them. All right, which one's that? Crimson Conspiracy. That's the one with the telephone thing. All right, so we have to remove all the telephone thing ones. Do we have any yet? I don't think so. So we just have to remove them from here. There's one. What is there, 5? 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm missing one. Also, JJ or Jemsem, thanks for subbing, man. I appreciate it. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. That helps out the channel a lot. Helps me out a lot. So, seriously, really appreciate that. Is the butler any good? You typically have 1 fighter, 1 clue getter, 1 support. Oh, Charlie. So he's a politician. He's a dirtbag. He's okay. He's like kind of weirdly, like, how to phrase it. He's kind of all over the place with the way that he works. Oh wait, the agents, the other ones. That's the one we got rid of. So he's no longer attached to me, which is kind of cool. So that means the concealed cards are gone. So he's kind of okay. Like he's not too bad to deal with. But he's very like it feels like swingy almost. Like because last game he had like 5 attack. This game he has a lot more buck. So I think I just built him kind of weird. And that was my problem. But I mean he's fine. All right, so move from the game. Okay. So I think that's that. I think we were done with the interlude. So now Act 2, if it bleeds. Oh, I love it. I love any reference to what is it? Alien? No, not Alien. Yeah, no, Predator. Any reference to Predator. Thorne said they were going to try to track the Predator in these woods. Although the beast leaves no trace, you can surely scout the surrounding area before luring it out. If your location has the wilderness trait. No. Does not. And investigators at your location spend 1 clues as a group. Place 1 resource on your location as a scouting report. Limit 1 scouting report per wilderness location. Objective. You may advance at the end of any round. Hint. You will lure out the predator when you advance. Advance when you are well prepared. Ooh. It's good to know. Okay. Interesting. If it bleeds, you kill. Exactly. All right, so that's everything we have going on. We still have to like kind of deal with this paradigm thing because that's kind of being a pain. And we're gonna advance the agenda in a second, which is fine because I think we did it fast enough. So, all right, he's gonna come over here and go there. I guess, so wait. Oh, this one's a wilderness location. That's a wilderness. That's not. That's probably, these are probably going to be. Oh, that one was. So they might not be. Okay, so we probably want to put stuff here. We do have 2 clues to mess around with. So we can put 1 there and like 1 there. And maybe that's what we do. And then we just advance it, so. All right. So he moved. That's done. Again, he doesn't do anything. He's an aloof hunter. For those that are coming in now. So basically, after the end of your turn, right? Not the enemy's turn. Your turn. After you end your turn at Paradigm Officer's location, look at the top cards of your deck, and then stuff happens, right? But we end our turn there, so we don't have to do anything with him. Just in case you're wondering why he's like not attacking or anything. Okay, so ready that up. That's everything. Now, here's his cards. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw a 5th one, medical text. We get 1 here, and then Charlie. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and take the initiative. Okay, and he gets 1 resource. All right, cool. All right, so 1 Dumon is going to advance our agenda. So. The frigid landscape fills you with a kind of numbness. At first, you dismiss the feeling. As purely physical, a side effect of the cold. It is only when you stop and consider the feeling itself that has dawned on you. The numbness is a result of some strange influence. You're forgetting small moments, memories of the surrounding area. It is as though your mind itself is being hunted and fed upon. Each investigator chooses an ally or item asset in their hand or player and sets it aside as a hollow. What is it? An ally or item? I'm gonna put the cat at a play for me. That's a hollow. And I'm gonna put the leather jacket at a play as a hollow. So we have 2 hollows up there. All right, so this goes down to. Actually, that might have been actually a little too early now that I think about it. Because one of the dooms was on the courtier, but we'll just advance it anyway. That's fine. We've already read it. But I might actually have had one extra round in case people are watching this later on. As you explore the region, you cannot shake the feeling that you're being watched. It is as though 1,000 eyes are staring directly at you, or perhaps through you. The surrounding forest is filled with a deafening silence. All right, cool. Hollow Dark Souls, right? So there's a way to pop them back in. Actually, I'm at the place where I could pop them back in. So I can get 2 of them and then move a location. Oh, wait, that's not wilderness. Where's my wilderness? Oh, move over here. So I think we can get those hollow cards back, which I think is what we're going to do first with Daryl. What could Thorn do? After the investigator, your location sets a card aside as a hollow. Exhaust Thorn. The investigator may take an immediate action. One of the hollow cards and put it back in his hand. Because it says choose a set aside hollow. Its owner draws it. We're going to do the next action, do the other hollow, and we're going to draw it. So we're back to normal because there is some stuff where if you get like 3 or more set aside hollows, then it becomes an issue. And then we're going to move to the Fairbanks. This way we can move over here next and set up our wilderness trap thing. At least there and there. All right, Charlie is going to use his first, actually, he can use his first action to go to the mountain stream. Wait, this connects to a lot of things. But those things are not here. Green diamond, pink. Pink thing is not there. Oh, it's probably on the other side. That's why. Okay. So that was Charlie's first action. And now he has 4 actions, right? Because of Leo. So just to remember. So we want to do, what do we want to do? If you're in a location 1 straight and investigate your location, spend 1 clue as a group. Place. Oh no, we have to spend 2 clues. It's 1 clue per investigator. Place 1 resource on your location as a scouting report. All right, so we'll do that action, right? Charlie moves over for first action. Second action is going to spend 2 clues, and we do our resource on there as a scouting report for if it bleeds. I'm going to go out here then with my second action. And this is Hunter's Lodge. It's in the wilderness. After you reveal Hunter's Lodge, test 3 head or book to talk the hunter down. If you fail, take 1 damage. When a monster enemy enters this location, deal 1 damage to it. Interesting. All right, so that comes out with 2 clues, which isn't ideal, but I guess not terrible. So I have to test 3 book or head. So I have 1 book, 2 book, 3, 4 book. Yeah, 4 book. We'll do 4 against the 3. Just wait longer. -1. Sweet. All right, so we succeed, so nothing bad happens there. I'm actually going to do a fast action and play Leather Jacket with 2, so we get 2 extra life, because that could be useful. And my last action, again, I have 4 because of Leo. In this part of the country, people love him out here. They are wild about him. Oh, you know what? I should have done guts instead. That was my bad. That was a dumb move. All right, so let's see. Let's exhaust Leo. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4 book again. We're testing 4 shroud against 4, or 4 against 4, I should say. But that's probably not good. -2. Okay, so we failed that. So never mind. That didn't work the way I thought it would. All right. So that is the end of that. Enemy now floats over here. Ready all this up. Ready these up. All right, so Charlie draws Daryl draws a card. It's Witten. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 cards, which is nice because we can use higher education. I get 1 there. Charlie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 draws the 6th one. Dario. We might put into play. Actually, we can't afford him yet, so never mind. We're not going to do that. 1 Doom goes on. Yes, it would, but he does not engage. He is aloof. So, yeah, he's aloof for now. Basically, he never engages you unless, obviously, you engage him. So I'll read the rest of the description because you weren't here before. Actually, I'll just show it to you. So after you end your turn, look at the top card of your deck. If it's not a weakness, set aside play as a hollow. Then, if you own 3 or more set aside hollows, then it attacks you. So it's basically just floating around as a hunter aloof right now, which has been weird. Weird combo. All right. So that is that. Did we do the Doom? We did do the Doom. Okay. Let me just double check something really fast with the rules one last time. Here we go. All right. So we did Doom. So let's do Daryl's bad card. Okay. So it's a chill thing. So for buck. Shoot. Or not 4 buck. 4 head. If you fail, choose and discard 1 asset you control. You know what? I'm just gonna fail it. I'll get rid of higher education. -2. I fail. Just get rid of higher ed. That's fine. Okay. Now Charlie's job or Charlie's card is matter inversion. Attached to an outsider enemy without a copy of it. Okay, that's gonna be this one. If it cannot, it gains surge. Attached enemy loses aloof, gains retaliate, and gets +1 fight, +1 evade. Oh no. Is successfully invaded. Discard that one and draw 1 of your set aside hollows. Ugh. Daryl failed by dropping out of school, right? All right, so he loses aloof. I assume now he is attached to me. Excuse me, me. Right? Because I think it's always kind of checking, not when it just moves in, I think. So I think he's now on us. I think. Which is fine. I'm going to shoot it. Actually, he has a lot of fight. I don't have any clues, which stinks. I've got a plan would have been really nice right now. Could I do enough foot to like run away? All right, so first action for Daryl is I think we have to evade this guy. So we have 3 foot. We'll do 4, 5. Oh, wait. 5 against 4. So hopefully it succeeds. -1. Hey, okay. So we evade him. And then after attached enemy successfully evade, discard this one and draw 1 of your set aside hollows. We don't have a set aside hollow, so don't have to worry about that. All right, next card. Or next action. We'll go up here. And final action will go here. Let's see what this wilderness is all about. Frozen Lake. Lots of clues here. That's what I like to say. All right. After investigator at this location reveals whatever symbol, they must either choose and discard 1 or take 1 harm. Okay. All right. That's all of that. So Charlie's turn now. The problem is we're probably not good enough to do much. All right, so first action, we'll go back here. Next action, we'll go to this outer wilderness and see what's over here. Oh my gosh, it's more. Okay, so that comes with 2 clues. It's also a 4. It's also a wilderness. All right, let's test 4 book against 4. See what happens. Fail. At least we automatically failed. All right, we're gonna do one more to just get a resource, I think, for now. All right, that's everything. He just readies up, right? He doesn't move, so he just readies up, which is fine. And everyone else readies up. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw 3 cards. Okay. What do we have over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sneak by. When this action begins, gain 2 resources, which is cool. And gains a resource. I don't think we did a resource yet for Daryl. You can all correct me if I already did a resource for Daryl. I can't remember now. All right, 1 Doomon. All right, so now Daryl's bad card. Hey, a grizzly. All right, spawn nearest wilderness location. That's on me. So I am at a wilderness location. All right, Ravenous Grizzly. Feels so Christmassy. I know, right? While Ravenous Grizzly is moving, it skips over connecting non-wilderness locations. Ugh. So I just have to punch this thing in the face a lot. Interesting. All right, Charlie's back on. Bears are bad news. All right, attach Splinter Space to your location and test 3 foot. This is Charlie, right? Yeah. If you fail, take 1 damage for each hex treachery attached to your location. Test ends if there are exactly 3 copies of Splinter Space in play. Discard them. Okay, there's not. So it's there. So we have to test 3 foot. Now I have 2. So we'll just do 2 against the 3. We failed. So if you fail, take 1 damage for each hex treachery attached to your location. So there's only 1. So we take 1 damage. That's fine. All right, cool. Smarter than your average bear, right? All right. So we have to punch this bear in the face, or at least shoot it in the face. Probably shoot it. Is it just going through the Christmas album? Oh, well. All right. So it's swinging 4. And no, we're just going to outrun this bear. Outrunning bears seems smart-ish. Because it'd be nice to use I've got a plan. Man, I can't even really outrun it that well. And if I fail outrunning it, since it has retaliate, it hits me, right? I think that's how that works. All right, let's do it. First clue, let's try to run away from the bear. R3 against its 2. Picnic. No, it's picnic. Oh, +1. Hey, okay, wait. So we outran the bear. Well, we evaded the bear. I am going to move here. Do we just advance it? No, because we're going to have to fight the thing soon. Run a bear. You just need to outrun your slowest friend, which is Charlie. All right, let's move. Oh my gosh, this is such like a weird. I feel like I want to put out more of these trap things, but we've only done one, and I feel like we have to deal with this bear. And then I feel like I have to deal with this stupid absurd thing. All right, last thing we're doing with him is going to the lodge. We'll go up there. All right, so I think we're gonna advance 2A. Good old delicious Charlie. Yeah, I think we're gonna advance this because I feel like if I just keep waiting, it's not gonna go well for me. Maybe. Yeah, we're just gonna go for it. All right. After making what preparations you can, which is one whole preparation, you wait around the campfire. Your very presence in this territory makes you a prime lure for whatever awful predator stalks these woods. Soon enough, you hear a twig snap and see a multitude of glowing eyes watching you from the trees. Spawn Void Chimera True Form. Oh, there it is. True Form. In the shadows and resolve the concealed keyword. As a true form. Concealed for. Oh, just so you can all see the chimera. No, it just the lodge says when you reveal the Hunter's Lodge, you test it, not when you enter it. But good check, thank you. All right, so this is the Void Chimera that we're looking at. For each location. Oh, okay. So what we do is it's 4. All right, so spawn Void Chimera True Form in the shadows and resolve its concealed. Distribute each of those concealed mini cards as evenly as possible among each wilderness and location in play. So I guess we don't put the decoys in play? Because it doesn't say you put the other decoys in play. You cannot expose force. After you expose one of the Void Chimera's decoys. Oh, I guess you do. Yeah, alright. So we'll do all the decoys and we'll shuffle this up. So yeah, you cannot expose any concealed mini cards while one of the Void Chimera's other forms are in play. After you expose one. Okay. So we put among wilderness locations in play. All right, so one goes on to here. One goes onto where we are. One goes onto where we are over here. We'll put one over here. And we'll put one over here. Now, each location with a scattering point on it, you may look at the reveal side of the concealed mini card and they're just placed at that location. So we can use the scout thing to see if this is it. And it's a decoy. So we know we don't want to do that one. So that's good at least. All right. Prowling Nightmare. The shifting chimeric form of the paradimensional beast flits in and out of view. It is playing games with you, much like a cat plays with a mouse. If you can expose its true form, perhaps you can turn the game on its head and banish it once and for all. After Void Chimera true form is exposed, advance the act. So we just have to expose it. Sure. Okay. Sorry, Mario. Classic. Okay, so what we can do is we can test book. Actually, yeah, okay. First action we do is to spend 4 resources and put another ally into play. So he's maxed out in allies, right? He's allowed 3 total. Oh, I'm sorry, no, he's allowed 4. You have 3 additional ones. I can't count. So now next action. Again, we have an extra one because of Leo. We will. I want to see this card. So we're going to test book. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 book. against 4 Shroud. If Void Chimera is at your location. It's not. So 6 against 4. We succeed with -2. Okay. Void Chimera Ear Splitter. Okay. Not ideal. Okay. Ear Splitter. Okay. It is now with us, or with my guy. He's a 3/3/4. He gets +1 health per investigator. So it's 5 health. I don't like this Void Chimera. And I am not set up well to punch it in the face. So do we just run away from it? We don't have a lot of running, though. I guess we do have our evade card. All right, so let's use evade. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, we're not going to be able to do that. Never mind, we're not going to do that. Because what we can do is when it goes to attack us, we can use dodge to get rid of it. So let's try punching it in the face. Because that might make sense. Maybe. No. I should put Lonnie in to begin with. You should have 7 book and tests because all your allies have 1 book. Oh, that's true. That is true. That was a good call. I forgot about that. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I get his thing. Yeah, I don't think I would get Dario's unless I exhausted them. You only get that extra icon when it's, I think, your turn. Or when you exhaust them, I think. Is how I understand that. Alright, okay, I don't like this Void Chimera. What would I do? Alright, so I could use the Eye of Ravens to flip it over. It gives me +6, which will at least let us use it to, well, we just evade, though. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's just exhaust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's exhaust and try to punch in the face. Screw it. 2 against its 3. Man of hazards in play. I think there's none. No, cracking ice. So it's -1. So we failed. That's fine. But it doesn't have retaliate or anything, so it doesn't really attack us back. So that's fine. All right. So enemies go. So this thing's got to float. All right. So first the grizzly. Oh my god, I forgot that was a bear. That does its thing. This goes up here because it needs to float our way. He is going to attack. Oh shoot, I forgot I can't use dodge. That was dumb. Alright, so what we'll do is, I think we could split this up between allies, right? We can give them all 1, because he does 3 mental. So I think all my allies can take 1 mental for me. Go team. Alright, so now we ready up. I should have used that last thing to get a resource and then done dodge. That's what I should have done. That's my bad. That was dumb. Alright, 1 goes there. Daryl gets old keyring, which might help. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we got scout ahead. Move up to 3 times. Enemies do not engage you during this movement. That could be really nice coming up. All right, that's that. We add another Doom on. So we're up to 3 out of 6. All right, so Void Chimera is up there. All right, Daryl's bad card. Peril. If there are no enemies in the shadows, gain surge. No, there is. Each enemy in the shadows attacks you. East Investigator. All right, so each enemy in the shadows attacks you. I'm going to let the Void Chimera attack me because it's a 1/1, like attack, right? So it does 1 one physical and one mental. So I'm gonna let it attack me. So Daryl takes 1 damage and 1 mental. That's fine. I feel like it's pretty tame compared to what it could have been. All right, Charlie's back card. Oh, jeez. Is hey, Apocalyptical Presage. When enters play, each investigator chooses a non-weakness card they control in their hand or player and sets it aside out of play as a hollow. Okay. Okay. Charlie's on. So my Kodak got thrown away by a card a while back. So that's why. Unfortunately, it got discarded. All right, so this thing is now also attacking Charlie. I don't know how Charlie makes it allow it's alive. All right, so each investigator chooses a non-weakness card they control in their hand. All right, I'm going to take the sketch and put it out of play. And this one, I'm going to put guts out of play for now. Okay. So, I have to look at this card, and this card still. We know that this one is not good. So, we're going to have Charlie go first. Oh, shoot. I forgot to ready all these up. Charlie's going to go first because we have take the initiative. And we're going to have to take the initiative on some things. All right. Actually, first, let's do evade. Let's evade Apocalyptic Presage. So we can use Sneak By, which gains us 2 resources right off the bat, which is nice. So we're up to 3. And then we'll exhaust Dario just for funsies. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 against its 2. Actually, wait, I take this back. Let's do 4. Actually, let's do the Void Chimera first. And let's do take the initiative. So that's 4. Let's put this back for now. Let's not use Sneak By. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 against the Void. And we'll throw away Scout the area too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 7 against 4. Tablet is -2. Instead, -5 if the Void Chimera is at your location. It is. So we have failed. That's terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -5 is still a 3. So we failed. You gotta be kidding me. That's such bad luck. Okay, so those cards get thrown away. That's not great. So let's try to avoid this guy. All right, so next action. Shoot. Actually, no, let's avoid the Void Chimera again. But during a skill test at your location, the performing investigator sets their base skill value at 6. So we're going to set our base skill value at 6 with this card. And then we'll exhaust Leo to get up to 7. So 6, 7 against the 4. -1. Okay. So the Void Chimera is evaded. It is a hunter, so we'll worry about that later. Now, second action, right? Because we have an extra action because of Leo. We're going to do Sneak By. So we have 1, 2, 3, and we'll exhaust Alice. 4. We get 2 resources. So 4 against 2. Okay, -2. Perfect. So it exhausts here. And then we are going to run away. I will run away at this thing. So that thing is probably going to attack me, but that's okay. All right, that's all of his stuff going on. Holy cow. Now we can flip this back over by drawing a bad card, but we're probably not going to do that for a while. All right, so 6, 7. All right, our first two actions. First one's going to be put Witten in play for 4. And then our next one's going to be to put in the idol of whatever it's called in. So the idol is every time we take damage or horror, we get to negate it by getting rid of cards. Witten, since we have a tome or relic, which we have a relic, we get +1 book. So we're up to 6 book now. Or, yeah, 6 book. Okay. Our last action is the test against the Shroud, because we want to see this concealed card that's up here. You can barely see it. So we're 6 against the 4 Shroud. Hey, +1. Okay. So please be the true form. Oh my gosh, it's a decoy. All right, so it's one of these that we have to go to. So fell break. All right, so this one. Oh my god, there's chimeras. Oh wait, we can't look at another chimera. Shoot, I think I messed that up. I forgot that. I don't think you can look at one. After you expose one of the void chimera decoys, find the set aside void. You cannot expose any concealed mini cards while one of the void chimera forms is in play. Shoot. All right, so what we'll do is we'll mix these up. It was over there. So we'll mix them up and then shuffle them back up. This way, that's the most fair way to do it. All right, so I need to fight this thing? Ugh. All right, so my last action. My last action is, I'm just going to test 5 to 4 and get a clue, because this will help us with I've got a plan, hopefully. Oh my gosh, that's probably not good. Number of hazard in play. There's 1 hazard. That might be the only one. We actually might be okay. I think that's the only hazard. Yeah. All right. So I think we still got that. So that's actually good. Whew. Okay. So now we have to do our enemy stuff. So. All right. We'll start with, he's going to do on Charlie. Enter top card of your deck. It is not a weakness, so it's set aside as a hollow. Then if you own 3 or more set aside hollows, he attacks you. So we're just going to take the hit. So we'll put 1 physical on Dario, and we'll put 1 of the mental ones on myself. So he attacked us. Doesn't engage, just attacks. These 2 ready up. The bear, oh shoot. It's going to move over here and engage us. Which means it's going to attack us, right? Yeah. Which says 2 physical. So I'm going to spread it between my 2 allies. I think you could do that. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. But I think you could split that stuff up. Alright. Not ideal. Those are all the enemies. We have a lot of enemies out there. Holy cow. I'm not sure what to do. All right, so this goes up by 1. Daryl's bad card. Oh my gosh. The Emissary of Yugoth. Conceal 2, Hunter Massive. After you discover a clue at your location with 1 or more concealed mini cards, so the shadows, it attacks you. Oh my god. That's terrible. So after you discover a clue at a location with 1 or more concealed mini cards, it attacks you. Alright, so that thing's in the shadows. I don't have its card out. What is it? Emissary of Yugoth. 2 decoys. Alright, there it is. So the problem is we have to put it on places where there is no mini cards. So we know it's not, or don't go there, don't go there, and don't go there. Is what we know, basically. Holy cow, that's a lot of mini cards everywhere. Alright, next one is attach your location limit. Attach location is +2 shroud. Okay, that's fine, I think, actually. We don't have to worry about that too much. All right. Oh, we have to ready everyone up still. We never did that. My bad. So, Daryl, I've got a plan. It's a resource. And Charlie did stand together. Gets a resource. Okay. 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 I'm not 100% sure what to do anymore. I have to move and get this grizzly dead? Question mark. I forgot I have 2 extra damage on here. All right. I have to look up what spawns an attack of opportunity because I don't remember all of it. Attack of opportunity 5. All right. Attack of opportunity is made immediately after all costs. All right. Each time an investigator is engaged to one or more ready enemies and takes an action other than fight, to evade, or to activate a parlay or resign. All right. So if I play my gun, I'm going to get attacked. That's basically what happens. Man, it's not good. We could put Lonnie in. If we get attacked, we just get attacked. We lose the leather jacket, which is what we might do. All right, so first action, I'm going to play Lonnie. We now have max allies out. The bear attacks us. It's just going to take out the jacket, right? It does 2 damage to the jacket. Jacket gets knocked out. All right, next action is we now have +1 fit. So we are swinging with 2 at least. So with our action, let's punch a bear in the face. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh, it has 4. Oh my god. There's like, I don't feel like there's any way I can really win this. I have to start taking out like everything around here. No, well, let's try, right? All right, so 4. Let's exhaust that once. That's 5. 5 against its 4 to attack it. -1. Okay, we did damage. We hurt the bear. The allies had named the bear Nigel. All right, so next thing we'll do is we have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're swinging 4 against its 4. That's not good. Number of hazards. There's at least 1, right? There's 1 hazard. So we lose, which means we get hit in the face with 2. I'm just going to take the 2. Because I'm pretty sure it retaliates us like when we miss the attack, right? Let me just make sure I'm not misplacing that or misplaying that. Fails the skill test while attacking a ready enemy with the retaliate keyword. Okay. All right, so last thing we'll do. I don't even know. I think we're just gonna get hit by a bear. I don't think Charlie's gonna make it at this point. So I'm gonna just evade 1 against its 2. See what happens. Okay, no, we failed. I'm gonna have Dario take the 1 damage and I take another 1. So Dario doesn't make it. He is mauled by a bear. Okay, now it's our turn. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna move Charlie, or what? No, Daryl. I'm sorry, over here. And next turn or next action is we're gonna get the paradigm engaged with us, right? Because we just need to fight it. I need to get rid of these things. Then our last things, we're going to use the Derringer. Then we're going to attack 2, 3, 4 against its 3. Oh my god. Oh no, 1 hazard. Okay, we did hit it. That does 2 damage to it, and we lose an ammo. Because we only have 1 hazard. So 2 damage to this thing. It is engaged with us, so that's fine. Okay. I actually think the Paradigm Officer hurts both Charlie and Daryl, though. Because it says after you end your turn at the Paradigm Officer's location, look at the top card of your deck. It's not a weakness. If you own, actually, I think I'm supposed to be. I think I messed this up slightly. I don't think the set aside cards are supposed to be. These are not supposed to be mixed together. I think it's supposed to be separate. Now that I read this closer. So last time we did it to him, right? So this time we won't. He does have his 3 cards now. But we'll just say it was supposed to be the last time when we did it, we weren't supposed to. So this time we did, right? We take the damage and the mental. So that's fine. Then we do it with this with Daryl. He only has 2 cards. Okay. Okay, but it is engaged, so it should attack then. Okay. That is the end of our turn. So now the enemy has to attack. So Apocalyptic thing is just going to chill. It's not going to do anything. But the Void Chimera is going to come to us. And it's going to hunt. Probably me. Daryl. I'm going to have to go after Daryl. We'll do attacks in a second. Nothing else works. Okay. Then everything attacks right now. So Void Chimera is going to attack and do 3 mental. I'm going to give 1 to her. And I'm going to take the other 2. So 1, 2. Now, this guy's going to do 2 more, or 1 physical, 1 mental, which is fine. I'm just going to take that. The Grizzly's going to do 2 physical. Charlie's getting mauled pretty good. Lonnie's going to take 1. And Alice is going to take the other physical. We're going to have Alice get knocked out. Because we're kind of needing to make some moves at this point. All right, now, if I'm not mistaken, it is our turn. So we can ready all of our people up. Okay, so Daryl draws a card. Thank God it's not a weakness. I get that. That's fine. Charlie. Oh, we could have dodged. Oh, no, we can't because we keep spending our resource. We have scout ahead. And we get a resource. Okay, cool. Doom goes on. Oh, gosh. Okay. Daryl's bad card. Attach Splinter Space to your location, test 3 foot. If you fail, take 1 damage for each hex treachery attached to your location. So, I am on this one. Oh, shoot. There's a hazard. There should have been a 2 hazard thing. My bad. There's just so much going on this map right now. Test 3 foot. All right, so I have 3 foot. We'll test 3 foot. Don't fail. +1. Hey, okay. Okay, we're doing all right. All right, so that's that. Next bad card. After Beyond the Pale, or attach Beyond the Player to your location, test 3 head. If you fail, take 1 horror for. Oh my god. Okay, we're running out of spaces on here. So we only have 1 intelligence. Okay, I'll throw away a card. So we're testing 2 against 3. Maybe we get a +1 again. No, we got an auto fail. Close enough. So we take 1 horror for each hex. There's 2 hexes. 2 hexes, so we take 2 horror. 1, Lonnie could take. Oh no, actually, Lonnie could take both of them. She could take all 2. Okay. I need to punch a Void Chimera in the face. Actually, I gotta get rid of this Paradigm thing first. That's what I should do. So let's fight it. No. Let's kill the Void Chimera. Then we can fight it. Alright, so let's use... No, we don't have enough resources for that. Alright, let's use the Derringer. So we're up to 4 attack. I guess it's 3, so we'll throw away medical textbooks. No, we shouldn't throw away medical. Well, people might not survive. Let's just be honest. Yeah, we'll just do it. 5 against 3. Oh god, it's a -5, so we failed. So we get our ammo back. We can attack again with ammo. We're just gonna do it. Just 4 now. Oh my god, auto fail. Okay, we'll try attacking this guy now. Again with the Derringer. We're gonna keep using the Derringer. We don't lose the ammo. So 2, 3, 4 against its 3. No, we failed. We failed all 3 of them. That's so bad. Okay. Charlie, on the other hand, is fighting a bear. So first, let's hit the bear for 1. We have 2. Let's exhaust for 3, 4. 4 against its 4. Okay, we succeeded, and we can ready an ally. Okay, perfect. So ready an ally. We did a damage. Okay, sweet. Now we use our oh, we don't have extra one anymore. So now we use our second action. We're gonna exhaust Lonnie again. So if this hits, so actually we're gonna throw away the Derringer because we want this to hit. Actually, no, we'll hold on to the Derringer. We'll exhaust Leo as well. So we're swinging 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against its 4. Come on, please hit. Number of hazards. There's only 1 hazard. Wait, no, hazards in play. Shoot, there's 2. So we failed. And it gains retaliate. So it does 2 damage. Leo is going to take 1 and I take the other one. Oh, man. This is going very poorly. All right, this is it. We have 2. All right, so I'm going to evade this bear so he doesn't hit us in the face. So I'm spending 2. We have 3. So 3 against its 2. Don't fail. Oh my gosh, it's -2. So it hits us again. It knocks us out. So Lonnie takes 1 of the damage, and then 1 gets left over onto me. I only have 6 life. Charlie does not make it. Does the bear just like go to me now? To other me? Oops, these are his cards. I think the bear just goes onto its location, but it's me that's there. So this goes very poorly. This is what's about to happen. We're about to lose. That's what's gonna happen. Because this thing is gonna attack us for a 1/1. We can have Witten take all of it, which is fine, right? The bear's gonna hit us for 2 damage. We can discard 2 cards for idle and stop the 2 damage. This is gonna do a bunch of mental. Actually, I think we'll be all right. We could do the 3 mental. We'll barely hold on. None of the other enemies do anything else. I mean, we're not going to make it, but still, you know, there's a chance, I guess. All right, so let's go to the next agenda. During your exploration, you stop and look up at the majestic vista of the nearby mountain range. One of the mountains appears strangely damaged, as though a great fist has punched a hole in the mountainside. Although it is covered in a layer of snow, there is something ominous about the deep, empty pit gouged into the side of the rock. You wonder what horrible thing bursts out of the heart of the mountain. As you stare at the impossible destruction around you, a faint buzzing in the back of your mind sets you on edge. You have a creepy feeling that you have forgotten something or someone. Each investigator chooses an ally or asset and play in their hand, and player is to add a play as a hollow. Okay, we'll put that one out. So we have a bunch of hollows now. That's fine. All right, last one's for 5. All right, so Doom goes all the way back down. Daryl gets his back card. Probably be his last back card. Each enemy in the shadows attacks you. Each investigator loses an action. So we have to lose an action. We can't not do anything else. Oh, I forgot to ready myself up. Draw a card. So we do draw a card. We go up to 3 resources. All right, I have 3 enemies. And I have to hit the barrier retaliate first. So let's do, I've got a plan to get this bear. Because we have to get the bear first. We attack with book. So we're attacking with book. You deal +1 damage for each clue. So we're hitting him. Number of hazards, there's 2. So we have what? 5. Oh no, we lost our other thing. No, I forgot we lost our girl that has the extra book. So we lost. The bear's gonna retaliate us. Oh no, we didn't. I'm sorry. The bear just hits us. We haven't like lost yet. I guess that's something. Okay. Now we can attack the bear one more time. Let's try to shoot it. With 4. Let's throw away this one for 5 fist. I guess it's 4. Oh my god, tablets -5. Okay. Now it does 2 damage to us. Now we lost. Now we have lost. Alright, everyone gets knocked out. No bueno. So, if no resolution was reached, okay. Your encounter with the paradimensional threat leaves you drained and disheartened, but still alive. As you make preparations to leave Alaska, you find the Prospector's Journal amongst your possessions. With a sigh, you stow it beside your table at the lodge for the next guest. Perhaps they will do what you could not. Each investigator earns experience the Victory X, which each card in victory display. Okay, so on the bright side, we earned 1 victory earlier, so we get 1 here. Not there. 2. So we earned 2 victory, which is not bad, right? 2 victory is not bad for failing. Okay, in your campaign log, record the Void Chimera escaped. Probably not a great sign. Check the campaign log. If the cell made a deal with Thorn, or no investigator controls the Saber of Glass, Thorn is the bearer. So we did make a deal, so he's the bearer. Investigator controls the Saber of Glass. They are the bearer of the Saber of Glass. In your campaign log, record who has it. Mark 1 time. So we're up to 13 time now. And that is that. Then we have to figure out where to travel to next, which we'll decide next time. But that was rough. That was really rough. I feel like my big issue is, one, I don't have a ton of attack this time. Last time I had more. Because again, Charlie's kind of a wild card with how he works. And I should have gotten rid of some of the enemies earlier on. I shouldn't have tried to like rush it, because I thought I could have. But it turns out that was a poor move. So, oh well. That was that. But it was still fun. That was still a fun scenario. I think that was pretty good and pretty interesting.